12. It's just two, but they can have it. There'll be more. On behalf of the University of Tulsa, welcome back to the BOK Center. Second round action of the NCAA Men's Championship. We're going to have Texas Tech up here first. Total of 12 minutes. After the opening statement, you can ask questions of anyone that's up here, student athletes and the coach. Buffalo will follow. Same format. Please silence your cell phones if you haven't done so already. Remember, if you have a new dais, please identify yourself and your affiliation the first time you ask a question. Our two mic holders are at the ready. Get their attention or mine. We will get you in the rotation. No flash photography. No recording of any kind, including cell phone and tablet use. We're being transcribed by ASAP Sports once again. And as advertised, Texas Tech is here. They are on their way to the Sweet 16. Lawrence Odiase and Jarrett Culver represent the student body. Head coach Chris Beard is here. We're going to ask him to make a statement on the game, and then we'll go to questions for all three members of the Red Raiders. Chris, please.
Yeah, I just want to start on behalf of everybody in our program, coaches, players, staff, just congratulate Buffalo on a great season. 32 wins is just unbelievable at the Division I level, multiple championships. It's one of the toughest teams we played all year. But congratulations to the players and staff, a program that we have a lot of respect for. In terms of our guys, we came to Tulsa to play 80 minutes of basketball, and I thought we did for the most part. Now we move on to the next regional, and we're a team put together that's trying to make a statement in this tournament, not just win a game or two. So, but extremely proud of our guys. We're not supposed to be here. They picked us bottom of the Big 12 and haven't gotten much respect this year, but these guys have continued to keep a chip on their shoulder and just realize that we can do a lot of things if we play as a team. And I thought that's what we did tonight. We guarded at a high level. We had different guys step up offensively. And until the game, we got a little sloppy at the late, but I thought it was one of our cleaner games this year. But Texas Tech basketball, the story this year is we're a team. We play for the guy next to us. I've never been more proud of a team I've coached.
Thank you. First question. Right here. Thank you.
Rachel Lindsay from the Buffalo News. What was the main thing that your team wanted to key in on defensively, shutting down UB early?
Norge?
Transition. They score a lot of points. They get out, they spread, and they shoot the ball well. They have great guards, great overall team that can all shoot. So we're keying in on their three-point shot mainly, transition, and just one-on-one plays like driving middle. We tried to keep them out of the middle as much as we could. Tried to make them to take tough shots and keep them off the boards, and I'm glad we were able to do that for 40 minutes.
In the back.
Greg Eklund for AP Broadcasts. This is for you, Jarrett. Coach in the past has talked about the tradition of the Red Raiders, but never in Red Raiders history has the team gone back-to-back years of Sweet 16s. What does that mean to you as a Lubbock kid?
It means everything to me. I'm glad to be a part of it, making history like that. So, it's a blessing to be a part of something that's special. And, Coach Beard came to Texas Tech. He built a great culture, and I feel like our team and last year's team, we all bought in, and, he carried us a long way.
Right in the center.
Hi, John Hoover, the Sporting News and the Franchise. I'd like Chris and Jared and Norris to address this. A 15-point win in the first round, a 20-point win in the second round. I want to take you back to last year when you guys' season ended. What was it, 71-59 to Villanova. They go on, obviously have success. How much did that game drive you, the last 5 minutes of that game, in the offseason, coach, in recruiting, in landing guys? How much did that game drive you the past, almost 12 months?
Norris first, Jarrett second, and the head coach third.
Of course, it's been on our minds since it happened, since the buzzer went off. It's how we get back to that level. When we get back to that level, how can we seize the moment? That's the process that every day the grind is thinking about that game, trying to get back to that level with a new team that nobody thought they can get to that level. We're proving it so far. We just got to keep going. The process got us here, and the process will take us as far as we need to go. So that's all it's been.
Last year's team, when we lost, and that our experience from last year, that loss, that kind of hurt. So, we got to work since the summer. Everybody who came in, a new team, like Norris said, we wasn't supposed to be here. We just got to work since the summer. Everybody bought in. We let our experience, and the new guys, they just bought in with us. So, we got to work every day, and we just trying to get somewhere, make a far run in the tournament.
Yeah, more important than that game was just, we're always striving to be the best. We study the best players. We watch NBA film every day with our team. We watch the opponents. We watch our former players. We'll watch Zach Smith, offensive rebound, or Zaire screen. And so that Villanova game was just a close-up look at one of the best teams in the country, the eventual national champion. So we've taken a lot from those guys. We've got the Villanova jump stop now. We've got just the culture of rebounding. And so, that game was big. I think we played some clips of it during the summer and preseason in the weight room. And that's where you're trying to get back to. So ultimately, it's just a sign of respect to Villanova. They have the kind of program that we'd like to have. This is just our third year. It's our second Sweet 16 in 3 years. We're building something. We got a long ways to go, but we're going to get there.
Chris, UB took a 25-24 lead late in the first half on Devonta Jordan's three-pointer. How important was your team's response to that, to seeing UB come back and take that quick lead?
It was a big part of the game. The end of the first half was big. We talk to our guys all the time about 10 4-minute games, and no one of those is more important than the rest. Those of us in our sport, we always talk about the last 4 minutes of the game, but what about those other ones where you had a chance to win or lose the game? So I thought we got off to a great start with emotion. We obviously had great fan base here, Red Raider Nation, some of the best fans in college basketball. It's great to let the whole world see them today. They definitely helped us win this game, but I thought we got off to like an emotional, kind of urgent beginning, and we knew Buffalo wasn't going to quit. They got too much championship DNA in them, so they made a run. And we talked about it. We had some poised timeouts. We were composed. Hey, guys, we knew this. Let's see if we can't get the lead by halftime.
Joe Yeager inside the Red Raiders. Coach, obviously the defense and the rebounding is going to get a lot of attention tonight, but I was wondering if you could talk about your ability to defeat some very, very intense ball pressure and defensive quickness from Buffalo tonight.
Yeah, we're a team that has multiple ball handlers, and they definitely heated it up a little bit on us at the end of the first half and the start of the second. We just went to our secondary ball handler, and we've got 3 guys that can make plays. We're not the typical team that just has a point guard. I've never really understood what that word means. There's players, and Jared Culver's a player, Matt Mooney's a player, Morrow's a player. So I did think they made a great adjustment, pressuring us, but we responded for the most part, and our players, started sharing the ball a little bit more.
Ben Johnson for the Tulsa World. Chris, for you guys have been here since Tuesday or Wednesday. Just your thoughts on Tulsa as a whole. I know you were in Dallas last year. Just your thoughts being here for about a week or so.
Yeah, first of all, the NCAA tournament is like Disney World to us that are involved in basketball. It's all we think about. It's what makes Norwich get up at 5:30 in the morning in the summers. It's what makes Culver come in at 10 p.m. 7 nights a week to get shots up, and it's what ultimately makes us coaches do what we do. And this is it. So first, I want to recognize, the NCAA. This is the best sporting event. Like, just from the way everything's handled to the whole deal, it's great to be a part of it, and we never take it for granted. Let's told our guys, enjoy everything, man. Enjoy the towels, enjoy the pregame meal, enjoy the dark carpet that you walk onto the floor, enjoy the one shining moment, enjoy everything. So, I thought it was great. In terms of Tulsa, the city, I used to live in Oklahoma and coach at Seminole State, so I'm very aware of what a great city this is. So, had great fans come out to the games. Our hotel situation was great. So, this is a great city, and we've really enjoyed being here.
Anything else for Texas Tech? All right, gentlemen, thank you very much, and best of luck. Buffalo is now with us. Nick Perkins, C.J. Massenberg represent the student body. The head coach, Nick Oates, is here. We're going to ask him to make a statement on the game. Then we'll go to questions for all three gentlemen from Buffalo. Nate, please.
Not the way we anticipated ending the season. Try to look at the positives. We got 32 wins right now. It's the most in all Division I basketball, tied with Houston. Obviously, they play later. These guys had an unbelievable career. If we were going to get beat, it's going to have to be by somebody really tough, and Texas Tech's really tough. You got to give them a ton of credit. I mean, they kind of beat us at our own game. They out-toughed us. They took charges, killed us on the glass. I think they were they're plus 10 on second chance points, plus 9 on points off turnovers. That's pretty much the game, and that's where we've been good at all years, beating people on the glass, turning them over, getting out in transition. They did a better job of it than we did. I told our guys in the locker room, don't let one loss take away what you've done this year. Put Buffalo basketball on the map. Been ranked in the top 25 all year. You're a great team, even better people. They're going to leave out highest character group of kids I've ever worked with. So disappointing that it ended like this. We wanted to go further, but we're not going to let one loss define. We had an unbelievably successful year beyond what anybody would have imagined could have happened here at Buffalo.
First question's right there on the left. Thank you.
Nate, Josh Reed with CBS in Buffalo. You really struggled giving up offensive boards there to start the game. How much did that kind of dictate, as you mentioned, they out-toughed us, if you will? How much did that just kind of, put that in the back of the team's head that this was going to be a tough road to hoe?
Yeah, it was an awful start. We gave up 3-0 boards like right away in the first couple minutes. It's not how you want to start a game, and we, at times we cleaned it up for a minute, but then we just that really to me is what that and our turnovers, and we kind of had said we had to clean the turnovers up. If we could be under 10 turnovers, they don't get points in transition. We get more shots, and if we could have done a better job on the glass, I think we gave ourselves a chance to win. But you got to give them credit; those are some big, tough guys that they just out-toughed us, which is disappointing because we've been the tougher team probably 34, 35 nights out of the year in the 36 games. So to lose the last one on toughness hurts. It's not really who we are, but it happens that way sometimes.
For Nate and CJ, there was a stretch, about 11 minutes, I think I counted 18 possessions without a field goal. What did they do to take you out of your offense and the way you were able to score so well this year?
CJ first, please.
It wasn't one thing in particular. Just credit to their overall defense. And I feel like we did get some good looks, but they just didn't drop for us. So, yeah.
Nate?
Yeah, early in the game we had 2 layups we missed, and we got to the free throw line. I think we were 4 for 9 in the first half at the line, if I remember right. Yeah, we ended the game 11 of 22. We left too many points on the board against a really good defensive team like that. We had to convert at the rim. We were 5 for 13 at the rim at the half, if I remember right. We couldn't do that. They had good shot blocking. Their defense, they're number 1 in the country. So they're obviously really good. We're one of the better offensive teams in the country, and our offense was not where it needed to be. We made some poor decisions. Our turnovers were. That was a big issue too. We turned the ball over on back-to-back possessions a few times in there. I don't remember So we went 18 straight possessions without scoring a field goal. Yeah, that's bad. This is by far our worst offensive performance of the year. Which they're number 1 defense in the country, so. You'd pick it. I got to do a better job. I kind of looked at their defense to emulate our defense. Maybe I should have picked the best defenses out and looked at how to attack them a few months ago. And in the offseason, I'll have to figure out how to do a better job. And so some of this is on me, and it's hard with a one-day prep. We had to beat Arizona State, so you put all your prep time into that game. you got one day between games and you're trying to figure out how to beat the number one defense in the country. It's hard. It helps having 5 seniors, but we just, missing shots and giving up old boards early kind of deflated us, I thought, and we just got out of our game then.
This question's for either CJ or Nick. Rachel Lindsay from the Buffalo News. You took a 25-24 lead late in the first half on Devonta Jordan's three-pointer, but what did Tech do to take back control of this game, go into halftime with a wider lead?
Nick, you're first, then CJ, please.
I don't think they did anything in particular. I think they just kind of like Will said, they out-toughed us. They did. Give credit to them. They defensive rebounded, they offensive rebounded. Some of the stuff that we hang our hats on, they did it better tonight.
Yeah, for me, I would say the same thing, but in particular, rebounding. They killed us on the boards, and they got to the loose balls before we did. And you can't beat a good team like that.
For the seniors, I know that Nate said that don't let this define what you guys have been able to do since you've been here. How long until this sinks in that this is kind of it, and kind of what are the emotions right now?
CJ first, please.
The emotions are kind of all over the place. You hate to go out like that, but only one team gets to end their season with a win. So. Man, I just want to thank the city of Buffalo for allowing me to come in and just have an impact on you guys. And you guys have embraced me and loved me, and I loved you guys right back. And just this ride with Nick and Coach Oates and all of the assistants been amazing. And I just want to thank Buffalo.
Kind of like CJ, it's kind of all over. You kind of think about some of the things you could have did better. It hurts. But, obviously, me and CJ, we're not done playing basketball. And, I thank the city of Buffalo for all y'all done for me. How many chances Coach Austin gave me. It's amazing. It's been a long ride. I'm going to miss Buffalo.
We have 3 minutes to go in this session. Next question's right here.
Matt Craig from SB Nation. I got kind of a similar question for the players. This group of seniors, the 31 seasons, NCAA tournament runs, what do you want the legacy to be of this group? And then if Coach could comment on that as well.
Nick, you're first this time.
I would say just the kind of guys we are, outside of me and CJ, Dante, Jeremy, and Montel are 3 amazing guys. they guys who, come in and you never hear them complain today. They come in, they work hard, and they do what, blue collar is. And, I think we just want the legacy to be just who we are out the court, just good guys for the city of Buffalo. Basketball can only take you so far, but the true who you really are is who you are as a person off the court. So I think that's more important than basketball. So just who we are off the court as people.
Yeah, I would agree with Nick. Just our character and just who we are as people. That's what the most important thing about legacy is. But I feel like the 5 seniors, no matter how bad your day is going, if you talk to one of us, you're going to have a smile on your face, and your day is going to get picked up and turned around. The city loved us for a reason. We were always smiling and interacting with the fans, and I just want people to remember that from our legacy. And as far as on the basketball court, just how hard we play, how together we play. I've never been on a team that shared the ball as much as we do, and the distribution of wealth was crazy on this team. And man, yeah.
Nick, their size seemed to pose a challenge for your team, rebounding and defending the paint, but you had some success scoring inside and rebounding. Can you just talk about going up against their front line and what were some of the challenges there?
Their front line, they was big and strong. Tariq Owens, dude, his wingspan probably about 7'2". He got some really long arms. But, like you said, I was just able to, just use my size, use my body, and, get into the chest, take away their shot blocking. But really, it posed a challenge for us early, I think. But a lot of the shots, we missed, like CJ, and Germ, a lot of the shots they usually make, they miss. They had really good open looks. Tonight they just didn't fall.
We're going to take these two questions. 1, 2.
Nate, coming into the tournament, you said it would be disappointing if you guys didn't make it to the Sweet 16, but you said it with the caveat that, look, if we come out and play well and somebody beats us, that's fine. We'll live with that. Do you feel like that happened?
No, I don't. I don't think we played our best game. I mean, if you look, it's not like we just didn't. We shot 33% from three, so that's good enough to win games. We got out tough, so I'm a little disappointed. I don't want one loss to define the season, though. So even when people asked me at the beginning of the year what my expectations were, I didn't want to go, Final Four, bust, or even Sweet 16. I just want to be playing our best basketball coming into the year. We were on a 13-game winning streak coming into this. Is that right? Yeah. So I thought we were playing pretty good basketball coming into this game, and shoot, it's sports. It's what happens in basketball. You have a bad game. That's why shoot, the NBA playoffs are series, not one-game deals. So the best team can win. And college basketball, it's a one-game deal. Sometimes, and I'm not saying that we were better than them, but sometimes the best team doesn't win. Sometimes, I thought, if we played them in a series, we could play them a lot tougher than we did tonight. And it just, some nights it happens. I don't want our guys to feel like it was a huge disappointing year. It wasn't at all. 32 wins is ridiculous. I may coach the rest of my life and not get 32 wins in a year. So these guys are some of the best kids I've ever coached. But, yeah, it hurts right now. It's a little disappointing the way we lost tonight.
Final question.
Nate, you're losing that core group of 5 seniors, but for the younger players coming back, what do you want them to take from that group and take from this, from this NCAA tournament experience and apply to next year into the future of your program?
Well, I think they've learned a lot from these seniors. They've learned punching the clock every day. These guys don't take days off. The intensity level in practice on a daily basis is unreal. The character of these guys when stuff doesn't go bad or doesn't go right, these guys have shown the way how to react, how to, handle adversity. I think they've learned a lot. I mean, these seniors have meant the world to me as a coach. These two guys right here, I've coached I don't know how many Division I games, but every single one I've coached, I've had these two guys. I haven't coached a Division I game without these two, so it's going to be different for me. I love these two guys, like sons. I mean, they've been everything to me over the last 4 years, and I think they've done a great job setting the table for the young guys, showing them how to work, how to play, how to be unselfish. I mean, this guy is better than 80% of the bigs in high major programs. I think he showed it tonight, how he played against the #1 defense in the country, and he comes off the bench with a great, unbelievable attitude every game. And this is he almost became the all-time leading scorer in school history. If we'd have won tonight, he maybe would have got it the next game. And he's the most humble kid you're ever going to meet. So these two meant the world to me, and they've brought the young guys in the correct way, and the future's bright in Buffalo, and we've got a great recruiting class coming in, and we've got some really good young talent that these guys have done a great job mentoring.
Thank you, gentlemen. Best of luck.
Appreciate you.